This is the Total Wireless TCL 50XE 5G. And, for a while I've been wanting to do a video and take a look at a $30 phone. I mean, you barely can even buy a movie ticket for that nowadays. Crazy part about this phone, let's see if we can get it in there, 128 gigabytes of memory. I mean, you go buy an SD card, that's $30 right there. Not to mention specs that you could see on a $200-300 phone are on this phone. I mean, we're talking 4 gigs of RAM, which, I'm used to flagship phones, so that might not sound like a lot, but to, people who are used to using Android tablets that have less than, 2 gigabytes of RAM, those are some pretty compelling specs. And I want to talk about the ways and reasons that they're able to do that, and why I think with this phone. But I wanted to do an unboxing, and this is straight from Target, and after tax it was about $32, so kind of mind-boggling. And I mean, even worst case scenario, I plan on using it as like an iPod, something I can download a bunch of music on, take it skiing, when I didn't want to, take my $1,500 phone with me to do that. So here it is right here. I'm gonna tear into it and open it up and kind of take a peek on the inside. I'm a little worried about it being slow and laggy. I've heard that there's a lot of bloatware that comes with these TCL phones, and I'm interested to see. I'm also interested to see the screen. TCL is not really known for phones. They're more known for their TVs, and I've never had one. So right out of the box, got some instructions with setting up Total Wireless. I'm not interested in setting up the phone as a phone. My main value proposition here was, oh my goodness, you can buy a phone and use it as an iPod, something like that. Can it be gamed on? What games can it run on? Is it a total piece of crap? So, if you want to do it, it does support 5G. I kind of want to test that. I kind of want to try it, maybe just for a month to see the speed, see what it's getting. I live in an area where I can easily get 500 megabits download where I'm at. So it'd be kind of interesting seeing that. But I also wanted to test the Wi-Fi capabilities, see how that does. But yeah, get a little instruction manual. Something I'm super excited to see. It comes with a brick. Oh my gosh. My $1,500 phone didn't even come with a brick. What is that about? So, comes with a brick. That's cool to see. Even though it might not be a USB-C to USB-C brick, it's still nice that it comes with a brick. Comes with a USB-C cord. Let's pop that open, take a look at it. Sure, it's not a high quality cord, but $30 it comes with a cord. Some cords at Target nowadays, it costs $15. So really cool to see that. And then the specs on this, let's get that in there. I think that's 15 watts for this charger, and supposedly this phone can fast charge at 18 watts, which is pretty darn impressive. I mean, sure, that's not, crazy fast. First impression on this phone is, oh my goodness, it actually fills a lot better than I would have thought, for $15. And so it comes with a peel here. Just peel that off. I mean, the screen looks good. Looks really good, actually. And then another question I had was, would these stickers on the back completely come off? I'm kind of a little OCD about things like that. And yes, I was looking and thinking about buying the BlueView 5. And ultimately this one caught my attention more because of the specs it had for only $10 more. The battery is much longer lasting, and I'll post the specs right here. for that. And I mean, I'm interested in this phone. I want to do a full, test on it and see how long it can last. Let's see if out of the box it came with some charge. Looks like it did. It's good to see it wasn't just sitting dead for weeks or months at a time. And I wonder when this phone was manufactured. And a 50 megapixel camera on a phone like this, that's nice. It's a nice thing to see. Looks like we've got some TCL bloat for the startup. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this phone, and I might have to edit out parts where my personal details go in, but I'll try to get you as much as possible. And one of the first things that's kind of standing off to me is the viewing angles of this phone. The camera makes it look a little worse than I think it actually is. It's much better than what it looks like on the camera, I will say, in person, but it's still definitely more than you'd see on a phone like this Google Pixel, where you can get good viewing angles from any distance, and I don't know if that will show over video, but yeah, here it is. I'm going to go ahead and set up my Wi-Fi real quick. And the haptic feedback is a lot better than I was expecting. So it's now checking for updates. That looks like an NFC icon up at the top right hand side, so I'd be really interested to see, does it have NFC? Does it work with Google Pay? Hi buddy. My kitty's in here. I think he's interested in the phone. You guys want to meet Blizzard? And we're going to test it out. We're going to take some pictures of Blizzard. Oh, get your bum off the camera. That's gross. That's gross, bud. Okay, he wants to take a look at the lights. So it's stuck here on this update for quite a while. Hey, bud. You think this can take some good pictures of you? Should I show everyone some pictures I took on the Google Pixel? So I've been a long time iPhone user, and I decided to switch over to a Pixel 9 Pro XL. It was a scary decision, mainly because I hadn't been on Android in quite a while, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like the experience still. Oh, he's just exploring around. So this is the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL pictures, and it has seriously blown me away how good the quality is. And right now I've got the phone on a lower brightness. I'm sure if I turn that up it'll look a lot better. So I'm curious to see if this phone can even somewhat compete, because even if it can't, that's still pretty darn impressive. So we're going to go ahead and not copy all my apps and data, because I want to see how this phone runs stock out of the box. I also want to de-bloat it, and I might link a video as well as me de-bloating it. I definitely plan on making a video of me gaming on this phone and seeing how it does. Lizard. He's very interested. Okay. We're back, and I've got this account set up. Just waiting. I just signed in. I'm trying to get you guys as much as possible here. Wow. Look at that finish. And it actually, shockingly, I watched another video, and the guy said that it felt very plasticky. Sure, maybe a little plasticky, but mostly metal. I'm actually pretty shocked. Definitely not what I thought. It's a lot better. Now this, I'm very excited for. Fingerprint reader on a $30 phone. How is that possible? What? Gonna set up this. We're just gonna do fingerprint and pen. I'm gonna set up this pen. Okay, got that pin set up. And seriously, I am trying my best to film this all in real time so you can get an idea of how easy it is to set up. Alright, finger 1 added. Perfect. Unlock with face unlock, that's cool to see. I'm definitely interested in seeing how well face unlock actually works. So it wants me to set this up by scanning my face. I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, face data added. Okay. We'll continue setting up. Google Assistant makes sense. I love using Google Assistant because I have Google Home, but I'm not going to set it up just because I'm more interested in actually getting this phone set up. So it does have Google Pay. Very nice to see. I'm going to skip setup on that for now. Say no thanks for everything else. So it's going to finish getting this phone ready. We're going to hop right in. No, I don't want it to collect in my data. Accept and continue. Okay, so it wants me to start by installing a bunch of useless apps. We are gonna say no. Oh, you seriously can't unselect all. You have to go all. Okay, I'll just go one by one. I think we also could maybe just click remind later, but then it will pop up later, you know, which is kind of a pain. So right out of the box, it started up. Seems to be running pretty well so far. I'm definitely interested in video playback and watching and playing some videos. But I'm also interested in trying some lighter weight apps. There's a couple versions of other apps that you can download online that are a lot lighter and faster just by downloading an APK, and that's the nice part of being in the Android world, is you can use that. So yeah, I'm flying around on this phone so far, and it feels snappy and smooth, at least to me. I mean, obviously it's not flagship level snappy, and it definitely doesn't, look that way on camera, I'm sure, but, definitely no issues moving around so far. Opening up the Google page, let's just search Lumix S5 battery, the camera I'm using right now. Does everything feel snappy when you're online? Okay, a little bit of lag there. Oh, so definitely very usable. Couple spikes here or there, but I just turned on the phone, so I guess I can't be too surprised. Shipped with the battery about halfway out of the box. That's good to see. The brightness, let's go all the way up with this. It looks like a bright phone from in here. I definitely wouldn't use it that high if it was just me. The UI looks good, but I want to spend a little bit more time with it and really try out the interface and see how I like it. I've heard it's just a version of One UI, which is Samsung's, and I really don't like Samsung coming from the Google, but so far it looks like it will work great, and I'm interested. It said it shipped out of the box with Android 15, so you can tell I don't know my way around. And what is that? Device pulse. I'm going to have to go in and disable that. Wi-Fi calling is good to see, especially on the phone that you might not plan on actually activating. Like maybe you just give this to your kid to use. Maybe you give this to someone just to use as an iPod. They don't have a phone. Okay, go activate this. Or it's just a burner phone that you throw away when you're done using. But seriously, I was looking at batteries and parts on this, and there is batteries, there are parts for this phone, but it's going to cost $20 for a battery. At that point, you might as well just tuck this thing and go pick up a new one, at $30. So very interesting. And I really think for what I'm looking at, it looks like a great deal. Now, I want to go outside, take some pictures, take some videos, just so that you can get an idea of everything. I want to start off by coming in right here and taking a video. GPS is off. Okay, I don't really care. The photo app, very interesting look to it. But hey, as long as it works, right? Very snappy to get between things. I have a Samsung A15 that I bought a while ago just to use for web development purposes, and it feels so sluggish and slow, especially when you hop into the camera to do stuff like this. And maybe it's because I haven't added any apps to this yet, but even with the bloatware, it seems to be running very fine, which is good, because that means you wouldn't run into too many issues. One thing I will say is off the bat, we're already down to 38% battery. And it's been, what, 5 minutes? So that's kind of a quick drop, and maybe it's because the phone is setting up and doing a lot right now. The phone, I can't tell. Maybe it's getting a little warm to the touch. So that processor definitely is probably working a little bit harder than a normal phone's processor would, but it's definitely getting the job done, and I'm very interested to see, you know, how it does. And it's got a 0.5 camera. It says 0.6, but you know, so you've got that ultra wide capability on the phone. We're just going to take a normal video, and I'm going to start that right here. So this is a video on the TCL 50XE. Seems to be working very good. So anyways, I'm going to hop outside and take some pictures. Hey, hi buddy. Hi. What you doing? What you doing? I wanted to get a video outside using it in the sun. Definitely not astounding quality. You can make out text and read, but I definitely wouldn't be, you know, at a beach watching a YouTube video, something like that. I just tried watching a video. The screen looks a lot better than I would have expected. What is up, guys? I am back. So far, I am thoroughly impressed. I took the phone out and really tested it, and I've been playing around with it a bit. And let me turn up that brightness. And I'm very impressed with it. And I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little distracted playing games, but I really do have to say, I'm very impressed with this phone. And like I said, I want to do a full video on just the gaming of this phone and just the performance and see what goofy stuff I can do on it. But seriously, it runs well. I've ran into a couple small stutters, and I went into the settings and I kind of changed the way the phone behaved. And I know I said I was going to show the debloat process, but it was actually a lot easier than I thought. I just went through and deleted a lot of the apps, and it works great. So yeah, the phone is running really good. The battery, the fast charging seems to be working really well, although I've got a meter that I can connect it to really test that out. But yeah, I set up gesture navigation so the phone operates and moves like it should. It's feeling really snappy and fast now that the setup is done. So really impressed and happy with that so far. I do want to come back maybe in the future and give another video, but seriously, for a phone that cost as much as a vape or a movie ticket, this is amazing. I mean, sure, it's not top-notch quality, but I'd probably price it somewhere around $200, you know, like in terms of raw what it's worth. So I mean, I think their whole game plan with TCL is to get you a cheap phone so that they can, you know, sell their service to you. But if you don't go with their service, I think you're getting an absolute steal here. And I mean, once again, just to go over the specs real quick, you can throw in a micro SD card. What phones can you do that? And you just do that by popping in on the left side right here. Right next to your SIM card, there's actually a micro SD spot where you can put in the micro SD. I tried out the micro SD. It works great. The file management system, I mean, it works just like it does on One UI if you've ever used a Samsung. And And, you know, there's a couple things that I'm not the happiest with using this software, but I mean, it works. It's not my favorite, but this is coming from someone who's on the latest beta version on a Google Pixel, so it definitely works. And there are some things that I do like a little bit more than I like on, you know, my Samsung. For example, they've got this cool little app called Smart Manager that TCL built that comes with the phone. One thing I saw is it also has an extra 4 gigabytes of included storage RAM that doesn't really operate and work the same as actual RAM, but it does help speed up the phone a little bit when it does get extremely bogged down. And it's nice to see that feature, you know, on a cheap phone like this, and it allows you to clear out apps from here. Super nice to see that. With the battery, you can put it in saving mode, and it will automatically turn everything to dark. Nice to see that feature. Quick if you're on the go and you need to, you know, keep the battery life lasting as long as possible. You can put it on super saving mode, which should get you 13 hours. It says right there how long you have. I still kind of want to test that, and I believe it so far from using it. But yeah, overall, I'm very impressed with this phone. For the price point of what it is, it's a no-brainer. And I seriously would, yeah, let's see, let's get out of that mode. I think it's a great phone. One question I did have, I wanted to look at it, and I guess I'll look at it here. I don't know if this phone is waterproof. I don't know what the IPX rating is, and I want to figure that out. I'm going to put it on the screen right here, and you know, that's going to make a big difference as well. I want to say it looks like it would be very resistant. The back kind of picks up fingerprints, but not too bad. And I'm assuming you throw a case on the phone. I was looking at cases for it. The cases are extremely cheap for this phone. Yeah, no, I think this is a great beast of an option for $30. And even if it's just to use for a month or two while you're saving up for, you know, something better, faster, stronger, this is a great option. And you don't have to set it up to use it. So take advantage of that, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys. I do want to do more videos. I do want to post a video of gaming on this phone. Will it run Doom? I want to see. What else can I get this phone to run? I want to try some emulators on this phone, and I really want to see what it's capable of. I mean, seriously, this was 1/4 of the price of this controller right here. So, amazing buy. Feels solid. Looks solid. I will see you guys in the next one.